Hello beautiful simmers, today we will be going over the Sims 4 Storybook Nursery Kit, which retails for $4.99 USD. If you do decide to purchase this, you can use the creator code. While it doesn't give you a discount, it is a way to support your favorite creators and that it gives them a small commission. This kit comes with 25 items, which we will be swatching all of them and just taking a look at them and giving you my thoughts and opinions. And you be sure to leave yours in the comments below. This creator kit was made in collaboration with SixamCC. So I believe that you could use the code SixamCC and that would give them, I believe it's like a 5% commission? Very super small, but I mean, it's better than nothing, right? At least that's as of current. Welcome to the Sims 4 Storybook Nursery Kit, a touch of whimsy inspired by classic fairy tales and the elegance of ages past. This collection features delicately crafted toys, pleasant wallpaper, a dreamy mobile, and a dollhouse modeled after the traditional home of an old, prominent family. A legacy of elegance. Raise your little one among ornate furniture, including shelves and a changing table. Some of these items, like the crib with the sweeping canopy and this tasteful chandelier, may have been passed down through the generations. Starting off, we have this beautiful bassinet, which comes in quite a few swatches. I love that this looks like a little pram or stroller, if you will. I think it is super cute with the bows on the sides. I am loving that detail and also the ruffles here. I think that's very nice. Next, we do have a crib, which does look like it has fabric on the sides. I don't know. I think that's kind of cute. Going through the swatches here, we do have matching swatches, and I hate when the game does this, when it has to constantly turn things around. Ooh, I love these ones. I think this is even more beautiful than what I had seen. Yeah, look at the bows on there. I think it's pretty cute. One thing I will note, obviously you probably heard it and seen it, but like, look at this. These two are up here and that drives me crazy. It drives me insane. Obviously you think, oh, well, a baby's playing with it. So I do understand that, but it just, I just can't do it. I can't. My OCD or my need to have everything cohesive or whatever, it's not working. We have a toddler bed here that matches as well, of course. So you could have like a little kids room with the toddler bed and well, heck, you could even have the bassinet. But yeah, you could have all of that with the crib as well. I'm noticing there's a different amount of swatches between the bassinet and the crib. It looks like we get one more swatch. All right, we have a rocking chair here with a pillow on it, but the pillow is looking a bit flat. Ooh, you know, not too thrilled with that. I feel like that pillow could have been much better done. What are you guys thinking? That's just my personal opinion. I wonder if the chair actually rocks. Don't know. We have a little side table here, or nightstand, if you want to call it that. I do think it looks more elegant than maybe, I don't know. I think this pack is far more elegant in a way. Oh my gosh, that swatch right there looks so similar to a dresser / nightstand set that I had when I was a little girl. If you know, you know, and you may know exactly the one that I'm talking about. So if you do, you can leave that in the comments below. We will come back to some of these other ones because you cannot use them if they aren't up against the wall, and I do not have cheats on right now. So here we have a little wardrobe with some empty shelving. You can see that there is a teddy bear in one of them. The teddy bear is very sad. I'm not sure why, but it is very sad, unfortunately. We do have a diaper bag hanging on the side, which I think is cute. It's a nice little edition there. And this almost looks like towels. I guess it could be baby blankets, but you guys know I always like it if we could just put in our own cluttered items. But again, kits only come with so many things. So I guess we get what we get. Now we do have some picture frames here that is a lot larger than I thought it would be. But I wish we could actually use these how you use picture frames in the base game and in the game in general. You know, you get to, well, I guess not all of them, but I wish these were empty frames that we could fill up with our own Sims, because otherwise it's like you're gonna have pictures of random Sims and it's gonna be a little weird, because like I wouldn't like it if my neighbor had a random picture of my kid in their home. You know, it just is very creepy in my opinion. You know, we have a diaper bag here, which I think is a very nice touch. You can see that there's like a little brush, maybe some powder and cream in there along with diapers, and there's the bottle hanging on the outside, which I do think is a very nice touch. Again, a lot of these swatches, of course, are very cohesive, but we aren't seeing as many swatch colors in this as we do in the others. So we're going to take a look at this cute little rug. It's supposed to be like ruffly, and I can see where it's trying to come out, but it comes off as more like a 2D object rather than a 3D one like this diaper bag. Obviously, it's not 3D coming out at you, but if you understand how they do these, then you would understand the 2D versus 3D. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're gonna change the lighting on this and see. There we go. Just to give you guys a better idea, because some of these swatches are just so bright that it is insane. I love that one. So cute, but it's sad little monkey. And some of this one doesn't have a mouth or a nose. What the heck? What the heck happened to the elephant's nose? I know why the monkey is sad now. The monkey is seeing that the elephant doesn't have a nose, that its nose is gone, and the monkey's tail is also gone. This bear doesn't have a tail. The giraffe is missing its mouth. What? Whoa. Why are we okay? Alright, and here we have an angry fox, a sad raccoon, a neutral feeling I mean, like, I guess it's gonna help kids learn their emotions, you know, maybe. You know, like how they took Eeyore out of, I almost said Sesame Street, Eeyore out of Pooh or whatever because he was too depressing, or they changed his personality. I don't know. Anyways, that's an angry bear. He looks like he might attack this seal. Let's keep on going. We've got a little stuffed animal here. Let's turn on this light. Okay, then we got a possum. And then let's take a look at the other swatches. A raccoon, where it looks like they're all wearing some sort of attire. But we have a skunk, and then we have a cat. It looks like another cat. A fox, I'm gonna say. And this is another cat, maybe? Oh my god, a sloth? That's what they're called, right? Okay, this tail is totally just like almost drawn on, and you guys know I'm not a fan of that. I think it's lazy when they do that. I don't like it one bit. I mean, it would be cool if I made something like that. Yeah, I'd be proud, but for a company that makes billions, no. They can do much better. So we've got a little llama light here, and I think that's super adorable. Very cohesive with the theme. Loving it. Now, this looks like a little toy box jail. So, you can see the monkey is very sad, and that bear down there, I don't know, he's happy. I don't know. Ignorance is bliss, I guess. And, well, we'll take a look at it looks like, I'm gonna say a lion on the other side. God, that's so sad, that monkey. Oh. I don't think you can actually use this as a toy box, but it would be cool if you could, and they could actually, the kids could take out the stuffed animals. That would be amazing. We shall try and see what we've got. Ooh, look at that. The lion is just like, unbothered, whatever. All right. And we have, what are these things called again? Like a, I can't, I know they're not a pitchfork. I can't think of the name. Drop it in the comments below and hope that it doesn't get flagged. All right, we've got a baby changing table, which is cool because if you do not have, what is it, Growing Together or Parenthood? One of those that comes with the changing table. At least this is a way to get a changing table without having to purchase that pack. You know, if you're on a budget and you can't get one, or you really want one right now, this is what you're gonna have to go with if you are limited with money at the moment. And we got some diapers there. We have some blocks and we will test if they are playable, but they are super cute. I like it because they're different than the ones that we do have in the game. Although some of them are just beige, basic, and boring. I feel like we could have gotten a lot more swatches here. That is my opinion. We do have a little play mat. I think this is kind of cute. We will have to see what the swatches are there. It looks like we've got a little UFO and a plumb bob hanging around. That's kind of cute. We're just gonna take a look, and I'm going to turn this around so we can see. Looks like there's a llama, and what is this thing supposed to be? I'm not sure. Do you guys know what that is? Is that a freaking gnome? Is that a gnome? Looks like it's supposed to be a gnome. Let me check real quick. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think it is in the comments below. Okay, so this is actually a toy box, which I'm thinking is actually usable in the game, but like I said, we're gonna go through and see what the functionality of each of these items are. And yeah, I do like the hinges in the back. That's kind of a nice touch there. And here we are going to have a giant dollhouse. So let's see. It is kind of, oh my god, you guys, do you see that? Those are the same things that we have. Oh my god, this kind of reminds me of the Goth's house. Okay, look at that. Graveyard stones. Okay, but take a look at this. Zoom in here. I'm pretty sure we have this bed in the game. That's crazy. Okay, that's so cool. Chandelier, and we will check that one out in just a bit. We have, what is this, like a bookcase? I don't know. I guess it is Storybook Nursery, so it does make sense to have a bookcase here. I wasn't expecting it. It almost looks like there's a magazine of Bella Goth in there, which is kind of interesting. It does obviously go with the theme and match the changing table and the side table. We do have some clothes, which we're going to take a look at here. Hang on, guys. Bear with me, right? All right. So, yeah, but look at this. These are like nearly flat. When I turn it like that, that's not cool. I don't like that. Some of them are kind of flat, but I do think this is super cute. I love that idea. I wish that The Sims could actually slide the clothing and stuff. There's so much more that I wish that they could do, but alas, they can't. We interrupt your regular swatching of buy items to show you this wallpaper before we proceed with the build items. With the buy items. We've got some very bland grayscale wallpaper. Some of them, well, you're gonna have swatches of UFOs because apparently aliens are real. Let me know in the comments below if you believe in aliens or not. We do have a hot air balloon. Have you ever been in a hot air balloon? Because I have not, unfortunately. I would like to, but it might be a little scary. I don't know. I've never been in one. Have you? Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, it looks like we see some of the places, the maps that we've got. We've got a bridge here, some houses, obviously some sailboats, and this town is a little bit different. Oh, Is that Bella Goth's house? I don't know. You tell me. Is that one Bella Goth's house? Is that the Pancakes house? Who knows? Not me. Back to your regular scheduled programming. I told you we were going to swatch these, and I did not lie to you. We got wallpaper behind. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I typically don't put the wallpaper behind, but you guys are gonna have to let me know, is this a no-no or a yes? That's funny. Anyways, it looks like we have a little different type of tissue box on this one, and some diapers up here, cotton swabs, and an empty one. But yeah, I think this is really cute. Again, I wish that we could have these items as individual items and clutter the shelving by ourselves, because I would just love to have these items separately. I would just love that, but no, it's not possible because that's just how it is. All right, so we've got some curtains here, which are super cute, but we only have one height because apparently we only have one wall height and one window height. But that's not actually true, as we have multiple wall heights. Unfortunately, we just get one curtain height. But I guess if we had multiple curtain heights, then we would get one less object, because that's just the way that EA does it, right? Whereas I think multiple heighted objects should count as one item. Unfortunately, I'm not the one in charge, obviously. But I do think this has very cute ruffle details. I'm loving it. And some drapery here. I don't know what else to call it. Okay, we've got the... Did that say Clowntastic? Yes, it did. I get it, you guys. It's like the circus thing. Okay. So, Clowntastic canopy, which is cute, not gonna lie. It's bringing in a very castle-esque vibe, and it looks like we get some more swatches with this than we do some of the other items. However, it is not advised. I think you could use this for a toddler bed, but would I use it for a baby bed or a bassinet? In the game, yes. In real life, no, because I feel like that is just dangerous and not very practical. So I would not recommend that. And I do not think that a lot of, what would they be called? I don't know. Whatever they're called, would pediatrics, whatever, would recommend that at all either. Whoa, is that a candle in the middle? No, that's a light bulb. Okay, that's weird. We've got one light bulb in the center. All right, whatever. So here is the nice little chandelier, which I do think you could use anywhere, to be honest. I think it's pretty cute, not gonna lie. We don't get as many swatches of the chandelier as we do with some of the other items, but I guess that's okay. Let's see what else we've got. Dreamland Mobile. Okay, so this is going with the wallpaper very nicely because, like I said, we have a hot air balloon. So will we get a swatch of this with a UFO? Let's find out. It doesn't look so. Unfortunately, there are no UFOs coming to abduct your sim. Is that all of the items? Did I miss any here? You will have to let me know in the comments below. I don't think we did, but we're going to go over some more. EA was ever so kind as to give us a couple of styled rooms, actually just one, but it does come in a few colors, so this will show you what the room will look like put together, or some things that you can create. Why that possum is on the nightstand, I don't know. It is interesting. It's an interesting size. I do think that it's cute, but yeah. Why do we always have like an oversized dollhouse? I guess it's a really large dollhouse. We always size them down, but I guess in real life, it is very large, you know? So I guess they didn't do wrong there. I do think the CC creator did do a great job with a lot of this stuff, but like I said, there's so many things that are left out. And why are the animals so sad? I get it, we live in a sad world, and I wish that there was more beauty in it and people were nicer to each other, but alas, we're not. We are very, very cruel, although sometimes we're nice and sometimes we help each other. I also wish we could have gotten more swatches of the mobile with an alien, but I do think that this is done very nicely. Bravo there. I also want to critique this pillow because to me it is way too flat. Also, you guys know I had a problem with the bows. They drive me crazy. No, not the sound system, but the bows on the side of the crib. Was that done purposely? I'm not sure. Maybe you guys know. Maybe it's been addressed. I'm not sure. But it would be cool if the kids could actually play with this. Now, there are only a certain number of items in the creator kits, and that's not the creator's fault. That is EA. I would love to see things that you can put on the shelves, but again, this is just a critique for EA and not the creator who made this. I would have liked to have seen a potty training chair. I think that would have fit it into the theme nicely, because I'm trying to set up a nursery here and there's just not, there's not one. I also think it would have been cool to have a high chair, but alas, we do not have them, as kits are a limited number of items. I also wish we would have gotten more swatches of the dollhouse, because I just feel like there's some that do not actually go with the selected colors that we do have. So that's a bit disappointing. So one thing I noticed about this pack, unfortunately, is that there are some things that do not have item swatches that are supposed to go with the other items here. So for example, we have this little toy box here, or whatever you want to call it, which you can see does match the bassinet and the crib and the bed and the curtains and whatnot. However, there is not a specific swatch of the diaper bag or dresser or the shelving or even the changing table. And this is as close as we get to the swatch of the chair. Now you can see that it does have the same print as the mattress and the bassinet and whatnot, but that's as close as we get. So if you take a look, the outside of this kind of matches, well, it does match this, but it kind of matches this part of the bedding as well. So I'm trying to figure out if that's what they're going there with there, that you could put these with this. However, we have two different colors of these where you can see that this toy box goes with this. And I mean, I like that you could put it with this as well, but it just, when I saw this one, it made me realize that, hey, we're missing some color swatches here. I'm not sure why that is. I'm very disappointed in that aspect of it. This wasn't the only color that I noticed, but this is just to give you an example. So do keep that in mind when considering whether or not to get this pack or this kit. We will see if this actually works with some of the gameplay. Anyways, obviously the rocking chair works. I wonder if we could rock the baby. So for the toy box, we can buy toys, get toys from Toy Box for infant, open, rummage for mothers, blah, 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 blah. Actually, some of these come with packs, so you can buy toys or look for toys. So disregard the look for heirlooms or whatever. Oh, look at, she's playing with the dollhouse, so obviously that works. Oh my, well, okay, I was not expecting that. Well, that was rude. And look at her, she's just so pleased with herself, making a little girl cry. I guess that is her younger self. What would you tell your younger self, or treat your younger self? Okay, she's looking at the clothes. Anyways, that's not what we're doing. We are testing things. So where's the baby? Where is the baby? Okay, so we've got the baby placed here. Oh, come on. Look at toys. Okay, cool, cool. So she can do that. So yes, try to go night-night. Okay, let's see the toddler. Ooh, she can... Oh, well, she's not very bright, but she can do the stack help, yada, yada, yada. What's that? What's that? Oh, no, they can't talk to them? Okay, that's so sad. What's that? Okay, change outfits, play in. Okay. And then the bookshelf, obviously you can read. Let's see, does this do anything? Make heirloom. Oh, so it looks like this one is just decoration. Huh. And then we have the actual mobile that they have to install here. So that's really messed up. So messed up. That was implemented horribly, so I feel like that should give you a discount on this pack, but again, I don't make the rules. Aww, she was rocking the baby. Now she decided not to. Is she gonna change her? Oh, come on, come on. Oh, yay. She's changing the baby. Well, she just laid her there. I don't think she actually changed her. What the heck? So we've got some, glitches going on. Don't know if that's the pack or bugs, I should say. I don't know if that's the pack or the kit or if that's just what the update gave us. Who knows? Not me. Well, I guess I should say that I do have the Growing Together and Parenthood pack and packs installed. So would that cause my Sims to actually play with the toy thingy here and other things? Like the changing table? Possibly. I mean, that's something to consider. And if it doesn't work, then I would be very upset. So do I think this kit is worth the $4.99 USD? As always, I think kits should be cheaper than $4.99 USD. I would love to see an option where we can put kits in bundles, but alas, we do not have that option because I am not in charge. Do I think you should buy this kit? Well, if you're into family gameplay, I think it's a nice addition. And like I said, if you do not have Growing Together or Parenthood, whichever one comes with the changing table and play mat, I think that this would be a good option for you, especially if you are budgeting right now and you must have this right now. Like, you want to have some sort of family gameplay with the babies, then I think this would be a good addition for you to have, and I would recommend it. It is kind of odd. There's just some things that are missing here, and I'm not quite sure why. Like I did mention, like if this bear has a tail, but some of the swatches, like I said, we do not get tails on. Like this elephant is missing its nose. What is going on there? And the monkey is missing its tail, mouth here. Like, what? I feel like there are some things that are missing. So I'm just kind of confused as to why some of that stuff was left out. I'm not sure. I do think that this is very different from a lot of the stuff we see in The Sims. So I think it's super cute. I do think that this is a very cute kit. It is right up my alley with a lot of these cutesy swatches. I love them. I think they are adorable. I also think it's kind of cool that some of them are goth swatches, you know, like very dark. Like I don't necessarily think that people are in real life making their nurseries goth themed, or that a lot of people even have nurseries, because let's face it, like, what? I mean, I think that's kind of a privileged thing if you can make a nursery, which I don't think it should be at all. That's a story and a topic for another day, though. I think this kit is lovely. I purchased it for the $4.99 USD. I recommend it, but you guys are gonna have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you purchase this kit? Will you purchase this kit? Do you think this kit is worth the $4.99 USD? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please do get a like and consider subscribing, as it does help my channel out, and it does let me know to push out more content to you guys. Also, leave video recommendations in the comments, and remember that you are important and the world needs you in it. I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.